The Successful Living Expo happening this weekend, and it is at Pala Casino. And here from Vista Gardens Memory Care, making her second appearance on the show, is Diane Darby Beach. Hi, Diane.
Hello. How are you?
What are you doing?
Morning. Doing
What's
well.
happening?
We are just getting ready for this Healthy Living Expo and very excited about it.
Have you seen 50 Shades of Grey?
I have not.
Or have you read 50 Shades of Grey?
No, I have not.
You haven't?
Girl,
Really?
Diane, where are you at?
Be much healthier living for me, right?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Maybe that
It
was
is
something you
healthy
were going to
living.
ask people, you know, here's how to live healthy. Read 50 Shades of Grey and get it
Okay,
going.
I'll get on that.
You know, let's get going here. As far as brain health, and I know that's what you guys really deal with, and this weekend you're going to be talking to folks about this. Get us going here. Brain health. What can you do to keep the brain healthy?
Well, there are actually about 4 things that you can do to decrease your risk of getting dementia. It's not foolproof. I always tell people that's the disclaimer. You could do all 4 of them and still get dementia. But there is a scientific literature that's showing you can reduce your risk. One of the things you can do is to physical exercise. People who exercise get more oxygen to their brain, which means they have less of a risk of having dementia later on. Mental exercise, like we were talking about earlier, your brain's a muscle. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it.
Got to work it out.
Work it out, read, write, do crossword puzzles, whatever it is. You know, exercise your brain, go to classes. Social connection, we know that people who stay socially connected have less of a risk of getting dementia. And then a diet that's high in antioxidants, deep green leafy vegetables, fruits, other vegetables, vitamin E, the omega-3s are all really good for your brain.
So you'll be talking about this exact subject this weekend, right? At the Successful Living Expo. And when people come to a talk like that, we were joking around obviously earlier, but are they 40 somethings? Are they 50 somethings? Or are they older folks? Are they 60s and 70s and 80s somethings who are starting to really get worried about this kind of a thing later in life, and they go, what can I do to avoid?
Well, it's kind of the gamut. You know, you get the older folks who I would say are 65 years of age and older, but you know, Oprah says the 60s the new 50. So, you know, people are staying vital longer, and there are people that are more my age, 50s, that are thinking, okay, I have the possibility of living a very long life. I want to be as healthy as I can.
Sure,
so we get the gamut of people that come.
Are you talking at all about maybe some of the strides that they're making with Alzheimer's? Because, I mean, you're in it every day.
I will be talking about more of the research a little bit. You know, most people get kind of confused about that, so you kind of have to keep it at a level that's interesting. Sure. Most people come to a talk like this because they want to know, what is it that I can do to reduce my risk? So I'll be talking more about that research, but a little bit on, you know, what medications do we have now? You know, what kind of other strides are we making? You
know, you mentioned exercise, both physical exercise and mental exercise, you know, and I love the idea of crossword puzzles. And to me, it's kind of like, my grandmother, my last living grandparent who died not that long ago, I always felt like she kind of just stopped living, you know, like she stopped being interested in things, or
kind of checked out.
Right, you know, and I feel like if you have a hobby, if you have something you just enjoy doing every day, whether it's the crossword puzzle in the newspaper or, I don't know, any kind of mentally stimulating kind of game to keep the brain going, makes you kind of, it gives you something, is all I'm trying to get at.
Sure, exactly, and we all want a sense of purpose. You know, just because we get older doesn't mean that we lose that need. So that's why the social connection piece is important too, because people that isolate, they really get depressed, and that leads to dementia.
Sure.
Isolate, that's a good word, because that's exactly what happened. That's exactly right.
So you check out, you isolate, you get depressed, and when you get depressed, your self-esteem plummets, then the less likely you are to want to get out and be with other people.
Shuts down,
You know, it's a vicious cycle.
Sure. Yeah. I was telling her earlier that my grandma, my Nana, was like 93 and she did a crossword puzzle every day, and she was convinced, and so am I. Her memory was so with it, she was just on it, and I thought it was because she's exercising her brain every single day. Yeah, I agree. I think.
And the other thing is your brain craves novelty. It loves new things.
Yeah, right. And I think the other thing, by the way, is the diet. That's a really good piece of advice also, which I'm sure a lot of these folks who are going to come and listen to you speak maybe don't know which foods are high in antioxidants. And so listen, it's going to be a great talk this weekend. It's at the UT's Successful Living Expo at Pala. Diane, a pleasure to see you again.
Yeah,
thank you for having me.
And by the way, the way you dropped my
weekend.
age, 50-somethings, was very hot. In a non-Filner way. In a non-Filner kind of a way.
Unbelievable.